Hello guys, I'm Roosevelt, and in this video, I'll be showing you how to create a sports flyer in Adobe Photoshop. So without wasting much time, let's get started. I have my worksheet over here, and the size of the worksheet is 1080 by 1350 pixels. You start by drawing a rectangle shape over here. So select your rectangle tool, left click and hold and drag to draw a rectangle. So let's draw a rectangle like this. Close this side and then close the top part a little bit. Nice. Okay, so after drawing out the rectangle, select the move tool and let's change the color of our rectangle. So double click over here and let's set the color to a color code of 038 ACC and click on OK. Right click and convert the rectangle layer. Let's convert it to a smart object. Something like this is okay. Now go to filter, noise, and select add noise. Over here, let's give it a noise amount of 1 and make sure that it's set to uniform, and then check the monochromatic over here and click on OK. Yes, I think this is good. Now let's import CR7 Stifle. So I have the image over here. Press Ctrl C to copy. Come back to your main worksheet and then press Ctrl Shift V to paste in place. So right click and let's clip it onto the rectangle shape. So select Create Clipping Mask over here. Now press Ctrl T and let's resize it. Let's resize it. So let's go with something like this. You can enlarge it a little bit, I think. Okay, so something like this is okay. Let me enlarge it just a little bit. Nice. This is looking great. Now let's change the blend mode. So let's change the blend mode of the tifo from normal to, let's select, let's go with overlay. So let's go with overlay. And then let's reduce the fill from 100% to 30%. Something like this is okay. Now select the type tool and just type 7, the number 7. Let's change the color from black to white, and then let's change the font style. So let's choose a font called Christ, either Chris or Christ, any of them works. Let's set the size to, let's say, 280, and then let's place it in the middle. I think something like this is okay. Let me push it down just a little bit. So something like this is okay. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. So once we are done, let's import our model. We'll be importing CR7's image. But before I do that, let me close the tifo. Now press Ctrl C to copy Ronaldo's image. Come back to the main worksheet. Press Ctrl Shift V to paste in place. But then it's too big, so let's resize it. Press Ctrl T and resize it. So let's place it somewhere here. Then let's enlarge the image. So something like this. Then let's push it here. I think this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. Let me increase it a little bit. So something like this is okay. And then let's add some guides. So go to View, guide and select new guide layout. Delete this one, delete this one also. Check the margin, delete this one. Set the left margin to 120. Delete the bottom margin. Set the right margin also to 120, and then click on OK. I think something like this is okay. Now let's draw some shadow for CR7. So I'll select the 7. I want it to be beneath CR7's image. So I'll select the 7 over here. Click here to add an empty layer. Select the pen tool. Press P to select the pen tool, and then just draw some shape. So I'm going to draw something like a shadow. Okay, so let's go with something like this and select shape over here to create a shape. So after creating the shape, let's blur it a little bit. So go to filter, blur, and select Gaussian blur. And Gaussian blur, let's give it a blur radius. Okay, so select convert to smart object. So under Gaussian blur, let's give it a blur radius of 9.4 and click on OK. Now what we do is let's reduce the fill. So let's reduce it from 100% to 11%. So something like this is okay. Let me push it down a little bit. Yes, this is okay. Select these two groups. Select these two groups. That's Ronaldo's image and then the shadow that we created, and press Ctrl G to group it. So after grouping, let's name it CR7. CR7. So we know that this group contains Ronaldo's image. Okay, nice. Now let's add some text. Select the type tool, but then before we add a text, let's select all these layers. Press Ctrl G to group them, and let's name them BG for background. Now we can add the text. So let me zoom in a little bit. Select this side. I think the size is too much, so let's change it to, let's say, 24. So let's change the text to Ronaldo. Let me change the text color to black for now. Okay, Ronaldo, and check this thing to make everything all caps. So this is okay. Now that we've added the name, let's change the color for the Ronaldo, but then let's set the font size to, let's say, 18. Okay, so press Ctrl T. Let me increase it a little bit. This is okay. Push it down. Let's change the color to a color code of 028 DCC and click on OK. Press Ctrl J to duplicate it. Push this one up, and let's change the text to Cristiano. So let's go with Cristiano. Like this is okay. Just check this thing over here. Let's change the font size. So let's go with 10. You press Ctrl T and then increase it a little bit. Something like this is okay. Let's push it. Now drag it down. Just drag it down a little bit. Let's change the font color for the text color for Cristiano. So click here and let's give it a color code of F2D224 and click on OK. So I think, yeah, this is looking good. Select these two text layers, Press Ctrl G to group them, and then let's name them name. So we know that this group contains the name. Then let's push it down a little bit. So I'll place, I'll turn this thing off. I'll place line here, turn it back on, and then align the text to that place. So something like this is okay. Let me push the Cristiano to the left side a little bit. Nice. So now I can delete this one. So I have the name ready, and we've also added Cristiano Ronaldo's image. We have the tifo in the background. We have the 7 over here. We also created a shadow for him. So now let's add the logo. Let's add the club's logo. Let me close this. Okay. Now press Ctrl C to copy the club's logo, and press Ctrl V to paste. Let's bring it here. Press Ctrl T and resize it. Let's resize it. Press Ctrl E and center it over here. Press Ctrl D to deselect. Now push the logo up and let's place it in the middle. And then press Ctrl T and resize it once again. So let's go with something like this. Yeah, I think something like this is okay. So let's place it. Make sure that it's in the middle. Nice. So we are left with one last thing. And then before I do the last part, press Ctrl G to group this and name it logo. So you know that this group contains the logo. Let's push it up a little bit. Now open the background group and select the first layer in the background, so that's Ronaldo's image, and let's apply some effects. That will be the final effect, some rubber effects. So press Ctrl C to copy rather. Go back to the worksheet and press Ctrl Shift V to paste in place. So this rubber effect will be in the description below. So when designing, you can get access to the rubber effect. Now let's close the background group. Okay guys, so this is how to easily design a sports flyer in Adobe Photoshop. Like this video, and then you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Also like, comment and share with others.